Hi everybody, welcome back to Sid's Modded Life, episode 133 with me, Sid, and I'm back here over the strip mine. I was just passing the time, really. I think I mentioned this before, but I do find strip mining, this particular thing, I really do find relaxing, and consequently, you know, I'll often find them as like, oh, I've got half an hour, what shall I do? And it's like, oh, I think I'm going to strip mine. And I know that might sound odd, or it might be something that resonates, but this is just me. Obviously, since I've got night vision, it's become a little bit easier and at the same time harder to work, because now it's not as obvious when I've not lit an area up. So there's kind of a downside to having night vision. There's an upside to having it as well, of course. That is, I can see in the dark. But this area is getting somewhat more complicated. I've hit caves, I'm hitting lava, lakes, galore. You know, there's loads of complications occurring around here, and so I just thought it was worthwhile. Things that we're also getting, and I don't know whether we can see any in the area, getting a whole load of stonelings arriving. Hello. Whole load of other things as well, of course, but stonelings, definitely seeing plenty of those about. So they are spawning quite happily. I hear you, sir. I don't know where you are, but I do hear you. Anyway, so I'm not going to. I didn't particularly come over here for any particular reason. As I say, I was just strip mining, but I am going to have a serious mucking out of my box session. Yeah, I've got an awful lot of resource to process. I'll show you in a minute. I will just finish off this layer, and let me just very quickly do that and get that over there. So this is the loot from many sessions of strip mining, not bothered really doing much other than that. And yeah, you can see there's one or two bits. This is only, I mean, technically speaking, they don't want to be in there. This is only the ores and the likes. Everything that is not ore related, loot from killing mobs, whatever it may be, is going back into the system. So that's a thing. And I'm just sticking to the 4 chunk width as we go, and every now and again, if I decide to extend it out by a chunk, I'll just, you know, I don't know, I'll come up with something that works. But it is getting more complicated down here. We're hitting a lot more lava lakes, we're hitting a lot more caves, and whilst I'm not overly worried about, you know, mobs, after all, what can they do really? In you know, we're now at the stage where it's actually more of an annoyance to do this. Now that water source will have to go. I wonder where you are coming from. Oh, hello. You're coming from up here, aren't you? Okay, that's fine. Come on. And you are from there. Two. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I think there might be a ravine. Yay, hello. Well, I think there might be a ravine over there. I don't know why. Hey. Hey. You pathfinding little git. I'm sat there thinking he couldn't get up, and he pathed around to me. An annoying little... Really? Oh, no, I think that was my own arrow shot me. So yeah, strip mining is fine. We're you know, we're doing our business. As I say, we are hitting a lot of areas that are making life that a little bit more complex. But that's fine. As I say, I do this because I enjoy it, and I don't know, I think there's just something strangely satisfying about making a massive hole in the ground. I don't know why. Just, you know, a strange feeling. Anyway, we have problems with the lava lakes. We're pumping them as and when we come to them. It sometimes takes a while, so that one is still going. However, we are going to head back to the ranch and I think process up this box of stuff here. So, yeah. I will see you when we get over there. Well, in fact, I'll see you there immediately. I don't know why. Let me turn that off. And oops, no. And B, put it away. Turn off that. And turn off F7. There we go. That should be good. Right, so we've got. What have we got? Those are things from mob drops, I think, actually. I don't know what that was from, but I killed something that gave me that. Coal, lots of. Redstone, lots of. So all good. All going into the system, all going to grind up. Lapis, not so much actually, surprisingly, but plenty of diamond and lots of clay. So that's all good. Gold, silver of more iron than you can count. Let me just get that bit of bone pile out there. What else we got? I'd say a hell of a lot of iron, a hell of a lot of copper, more copper. I think we're probably going to be okay for stuff for a while. Just call me old-fashioned, just out of interest. I seem to remember, did I stick? I did, blocks of steel. Excellent. I was wondering whether I put a lot of steel through or not. I had a memory, you know, when you remember doing something and you can't quite remember whether it is actually a genuine memory or whether, you know, it's your brain thinking that you remember doing something. We all do it. It's fairly common. This feeling that we've said something. Usual one is when I'll sit there with a wife or whatever, and I'll be sat there saying, "What do you mean I didn't? I know I told you such and such," and she's like, "No, you didn't." And lo and behold, when you actually go back and start checking the reality of the situation, you absolutely didn't, and it's just one of those things. Anyway, I was kind of piddling around over here doing all of this. And we need to take that out and put you away because I want to. I was waiting and letting my light wells do the work. And you probably noticed that there is a black hole unit there, because what I want to do is head over to Olympus and get the existing black hole unit and swap it out for another one. So any starlight that is collected is still, that's assuming that the crystals are still there. I mean, this thing is at a, yeah, they're definitely there. So we take that one, which has got a lot of liquid starlight in it, and then we'll pop this one down in its place, and that's got liquid starlight in it. Excellent. How many of those crystals have survived? Because the speed which with the other ones were going was quite disappointing. Only got 2 left. Oh well, still 2. 154 buckets, that should keep us going, but I obviously need some for... Hey, no. I've emptied this as well, this session, but yeah. Right, let's sleep the night away. And I can go and get on over at the... Well, from here, I'm just trying to think what's the better thing to do. Am I better to just rock it over? Probably. If I can find my... Thought I had a bag of rockets somewhere. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, we'll fly over because we can always use the thingy, the hoofer, the gem platform to teleport back. So where are we? Getting lost. I get lost so easily. Yeah, I want to try and do a little bit more work on the garden area that exists down here. Which, in all honesty, does not look as impressive when you look at it from the point of view of night vision. So let me take you off a second, let the night vision wear off. In the meantime, I'm going to place you down, and I need to go and empty one of those. There you go. So we can start with the liquid starlight and get this filled in properly to give us a nice little lake. But yeah, it looks more impressive when you're not. Maybe I should have put this down a little bit closer. Doesn't matter, we'll get there. So first things first is this liquid starlight lake that I want to put in here, which, you know, it's purely cosmetic. It's not necessary. The only reason I want to use liquid starlight is because we're in a guardian farm, so I don't really want guardians spawning in here. But let me get this filled in. I'll be back in a second. Alright, that's done. We're going to pick up a few bits and pieces, and we're going to go and put this tank back with the other tank, and everything should be good. I would like a few saplings, so I want to take a little bit of that. I want maybe some of that, definitely some of that. Yeah, I'll take a little bit of dark oak as well. We can work that with that, and any other birch, of course. Let's just put the saplings in. Any particular ones? Oh, I'd like a few silver bell saplings, actually, not too many of those. Maybe a few maple. Yeah, I think maybe a bit of sakura if we can get away with it. Now, at silent, how many, if any, roses do I have? Got a few, so that will take us some of the way. I'm going to leave those 3 rockets behind, and anything else I don't need there. Let's leave that bucket behind. We'll take one more. This is just going to give us a little bit more ambience around the place. The issue I've got, and this is, I'm going to use the loot box just to store this pile of bits that we need. Now, leaves. What have we got in the way of leaves? Dark oak, yeah, we'll take. Oak, we'll take. Don't need a lot. We'll take a few of those. We'll definitely take some silver bells. And we shall... few ironwoods. That will do us for those. I don't think we need any more than that. And then some bone meal. A couple of stacks of bones. Some grass blocks. If we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a stack. I've got dirt. And we should be good. Let's take that with us. We're going to go and try and breathe some life into that oasis. First stop though is Olympus to return the black hole tank, and then from there we'll fly over and get back in. And I may also try and get the remains of the coral tree done today. That would be pretty ideal, I think. How are you doing, sir? You've got whole 13 things. You, on the other hand, have got 112. Hang on. Just drain that. Well, there you go. So you can do that. And we got lots and lots of liquid starlight. Excellent. Right. From here, I will see you over at the monument in a moment. All right. So we're here. We've got our little lake, and I can't put grass down. These are half slabs, as you all know. So that's not going to happen, and it's certainly not going to help. However, if I were to take that and then go in here, and I don't know, let's go with an ironwood and some bone meal. Then what we could do, for example, is I could wipe down. I should have brought some of the woods with me, but that's fine. What we can do, of course, is chop that down, and we can come in here and quite easily pop down some trees. So we can give this some tree action, if you like, without having to plant all of the bits. So what I need to do is probably, let's start off with a few of the basics and maybe one of those, and let me get those going, and I shall be back again in a mo. Okay, well, it's starting to feel a little bit more gardeny down here, with the trees. We've got a good selection. I've not gone too, hopefully I've not gone too mad. Or maybe I have gone too mad, I don't know. But I did get a few of the giant oaks going. You know, we got silver bells didn't want to grow, maple didn't want to grow, don't know why. But we have got a slight issue with this one. And that one. They both need fixing for spawn issues. Oh, pardon me. But the next thing we need to do, apart from that, is let me go in and we're going to just fix those for spawn issues. That's my first job. Tools. Tools. Bit of that, bit of that, bit of that. That should be in that mode. And what we shall do is we shall hopefully, well, let me first check, have I got glowstone? I have. Excellent. In fact, let me go and get a little bit of that out. Let's fix this issue very quickly with it's a little bit unfortunate that it kind of puts a light source there, but obviously the alternative is to chisel it into a non-spawnable block, which I don't like as much, I'll be honest. So Get a little bit of that going. And in some respects it's advantageous because it just adds a bit of atmosphere again around the place. Next thing up, we need some bushes, and we'll be back in a mo to get those sorted. Let me just get myself together and I shall be back with you. Alright, well, it's been a couple of days since I recorded the last segment, because I recorded that before I live streamed on Sunday, and now I'm on Tuesday night, and yeah, I've done bits and stuff. But we have trees. We have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of trees. The whole place looks a lot more things. I'm finding it quite amusing actually that I've got my helmet off, and my armor level is still actually better than diamond armor, which seems somewhat wrong. But one of the things obviously we would normally do in a circumstance like this is we'd run around with bone meal and bone meal the place up, but we can't do that because these are not grass blocks. These are grass slabs, which are not going to work so well. So my thoughts kind of run to doing a little bit of work with the old chisel. If I can find the tools, there you go. And we shall grab one of them and a couple of them, and yeah, that should do, and then we'll just pop that away. And if I take oak leaves for example, and what we could do is we say we wanted a nice bush that kind of went around here like so. Now problem, there's a bloody great gap. That's what the problem is. So we need to get a few of these. Alt bang, 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 and then we can grab some of that, and we can go alt and grab that one, and just fill in these exactly. Hang on. I just did 4 blocks of those, didn't I? Yeah, why did that vanish then? But fill those in just from underneath, and we end up with bushes. And again, we can, you know, that's dark oak, let's get oak. We can... we don't necessarily have to worry too much about that. I will, however, because I'm me, and it would be out of character for me to leave something obviously broken like that. Oops, no, like that. So that gives us just a little bit of character around the place. I can do a few of those. I've got a few other bush types, and then I think let's have a look. I've got just one little thing left to do there, but let's start off and get as we mean to go on, and we shall go with the oak leaves and to start off with, and I'm just going to get some bush put down over the place. You know, just well, why would you not go there? Well, we definitely need some more leaves anyway, so that's for me to be on with. And there we go. So yeah, I can try and... It's interesting that it won't go on that. Alright. We can work around that. That is not a problem. Yeah, so if I can find the right things. Let me do a bit more of that. I shall be back in a moment. Alright, so we're about there. The silver bell leaves and sakura leaves I couldn't use because I can't chisel them. Neither can I chisel the ironwood leaves wherever they are, which was a bit of a bummer. But there you go. However, I want some of you. I want some of you. I want some of you. I want you. I want you, I want you. And what I have been doing, just to give myself a little bit extra ground cover, is basically chiseling up some leaves that I can chisel, and then changing to plain, and basically coming around underneath the plants in the various areas and just adding a little bit of leaf fall, if you like. Didn't have any acacia leaves, so I just used birch. If anybody actually notices that, then, well, obviously you guys all will, because I just told you. But, you know, it just adds a little bit of something to the area. I could go around putting in little micro blocks of this as well, but to be honest, there's a limit, really. This should really be oak, but it doesn't. Again, I don't think anybody's going to be monitoring my leaf usage, and I can't really do these because they won't chisel, so, which is a pain. Yeah, I think we're kind of almost there on that side of things. And once you're done with it, because it's only leaf blocks, it's not that one. Hang on, it is in that one. And then we just erased a lot of them I have read, and there we go. That's that done with. And then my tool bag can come back out, and we can place you and you away, and that should, all things being equal, be that. Now the last bit I've got is I've got a bit of normal vanilla dirt, and of course that's spawnable. However, these give off a certain amount of light, so we can, in theory, pop in the odd, and I'm not sure entirely how much light they're going to give. They're not enough for that, so we'll stick a, but again, it just gives a little bit of something that you might not have got. You know, just use it. Without light, they would be useless, obviously, because the moment I turn off the spawning, the guardian protection, then, ooh, spooky sounds, then we obviously would have more issues. Now I may go and grab a few more of these. These are just a selection of the roses I had in the area, but you know, we don't need, I mean, I'm down to my last two already, so, but they're not exactly rare, so we can probably get a few more if we think we need them. We don't desperately, I don't think we desperately need them anywhere, but it gives that little bit of depth and a little bit of colour to an otherwise bland build. And I think on that note, I think we have the bottom of this done. Now I'm going to need to put these remaining branches in. That'll be next episode. I want to also finish off this coral structure next episode, and then we can move up into here. So for the time being, let me get a screenshot, and I am very happy with that. I think it works. Let me, if I put that on, it loses some of its charm the moment you have the night vision. But yeah, well, such is life. I don't know what's on that. I mean, I may actually make a non-night vision version of this helmet, just so so we can, you know, swap between at a later date, because yeah, happy with that. That worked reasonably well. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.